Hello. We're going to be continuing in Yecheskel. We're going to be doing everything that he has to say about Bayit Shlishi in these next prakim. This is very exciting. The shiurim will be, as always, in the memory of Rachalea Bas Rav Chaim Tzvi, and we'll get right on with it. So the first thing that we have to really discuss is, what are we talking about? Meaning, we're going to be learning so much about Bayit Shlishi. Why are we doing this? So we said last time that just by commemorating it, we also make some changes within ourselves and in the words and in the world. But I would like to read you some of what Ramchal has to say in his classic Sefer Mishkanei Elyon. This Sefer, which is it's short. Well, actually, almost everything for Ramchal wrote is short. Its entire topic is Bayit Shlishi. So let's listen to what he says. So he begins by saying, in this Mamar, which is Mishkanei Elyon, I'm going to explain Bayit Shlishi from above. Meaning, he wants to understand in Ruchnius what Bayit Shlishi is about, so that everything that we'll be learning about its physicality will have meaning. So he says, in order to do this, we're going to have to discuss its form, its measurements, in order to know how what's going on above actually is descriptive of what we see below, what we saw in our world at the time that the Beis HaMikdash existed. So this is when Hashem wanted to create the world. What he did was he created, to use the words of Ramchal, he made 10 great luminaries. Now when you say this, you say, what is he talking about? The sun, the moon? No. We're talking about Hashem reducing his unknowable infinity to the point that you could describe his expression of self using the phrase 10 luminaries, 10 ways through which Hashem's light can move from beyond him forward. Okay, so he calls them, Ramchal calls them the Ma'orot HaGdolim. And they go forth from Hashem the way a tree grows branches and leaves and more branches. Okay, until, when you think about it, everything that you'll ever observe in the world ultimately has its source in this tree of life from which all things come. So each one of these luminaries is progressively less than the one before, meaning it reveals less of the root. The last of these luminaries is called Malchut. Malchut means kingship. So let's think about what kingship means. Every country has a leader. The reason why people will follow a leader is that the leader touches their heart. They say, yes, he could take me to where I want to go. So when you look, for instance, at the enormous discord that's taking place now in the Mideast, Assad seems to be on the verge of falling, various others, it means they no longer hold the heart of their people. This is why they're on the verge of falling. So Midas HaMalchus is telling us that Hashem projects his presence into the world in a way in which we, the creations, could say, yes, Hashem is the soul of the world. We want him to rule us. So that means when any person, even if you were to take a non-Jew who lives in, let's say, South Bend, when he's driving home, and on the way home, he sees somebody stumble and fall in the street. He sees someone on the pavement. And he stops his car and he helps the person, calls the emergency service, whatever he does. And then later when he comes home, he feels decent about that. That was the right thing to do. He was drawn towards Elokut. He was drawn towards godliness. So this midah is called Midas HaMalchus. So another name for this midah is Shechina, the way Hashem dwells here within us. And all reality has its roots, therefore, in the Shechina. So because of this, in order to describe what the Shechina is, this hidden presence of Hashem that we want to make connection with, there are all sorts of metaphors. One of them is Em HaBanim, the mother of the children, meaning the source of all nurture to which we want to respond. So everything comes from Malchus. Everything comes in this world. Every tree, every animal is reflective of this, that Hashem invested this world with something of Himself and with the will to do His will. Okay, so all of this light from all 10 of the Ma'orot pass themselves down till Malchut, which in turn from Malchut comes all of the creation. And all of the different roots of everything. Okay, they all come again ultimately from one, but they're multiplied into many. Okay, they also all lead somewhere. All of these different roads and streams, branches,